So we decided to head over next door to the kitchen so that I can show you a Mitchell family recipe.
Yes, pretty easy here.
It's really not that big of a deal, honestly. It's something that you can do with your kids, and it's very 4th of July-esque.
So all skill levels.
All skill levels.
Kids, you might need your parents' help actually making the Jell-O. So let's go ahead and what do you call this concoction, Philip?
You know, this is really just a red, white, and blue Jell-O parfait or a Jell-O sundae or something like. As you can see here, I have these kind of ice cream sundae type glasses. But it's important that whatever you're going to put these in is tall and clear.
Okay.
Because at the end of this, it's going to make a nice little red, white, and blue. So what we have here is blue raspberry Jell-O. Okay, so you can get a shot of that. And then we have strawberry Jell-O. I prefer strawberry, not because of the flavor, but because it's a darker red than the cherry is more of a kind of a pink, and I think this looks more like the American flag. And then, of course, you can't do this without some Cool Whip either, or you can use any kind of whip topping. I prefer this as opposed to the spray in the can. It just makes a mess.
Okay. All right, so we'll keep that in mind.
All right, so the first thing we do is open up.
This is my favorite.
That blue raspberry is very good. So the first thing we do basically is, I've got spoons in each of these, and I'll let you make your own over there. Basically, we just put blue Jell-O in the bottom to start off. So scoop out some, and it doesn't have to be perfect, obviously, and you can let your kids do this and make.
And I'm sure if you made like little Jell-O cubes as opposed to basically letting it harden in
that's another way to do it too.
It would be fairly easy as well.
This is just easier to travel to your picnic.
So do you want to do one scoop or just a couple scoops?
It depends on how tall that your glasses are, but you want to make sure that you leave room for the whipped cream.
I have a couple scoops.
There you go. I'll let you move on to the whipped cream, and I'll continue with the blue. I always put the whipped cream in the middle because the Jell-Os don't really
go together?
They just don't mix very well. I mean,
cherry might be a little bit better with the blue raspberry, but
that's true as far as flavoring is concerned. But I will also say that the white just kind of helps. Of course, I'm making a mess as usual, but the white just kind of helps to break it up. Oh, and you're doing an excellent job, Caitlin.
There's just one little dab there, and of course, if you really like whipped cream or some Cool Whip in there, put more. Why not?
Exactly, just enough to kind of cover it up. I really can't think of a simpler recipe. The other thing I will tell you is that delish.com, one of my favorite websites for looking at food type stuff. I'm not really that much of a cook, but I like to look at the recipes and stuff. They have a whole section on there, red, white, and blue foods that you can make. And I honestly, I did not see this on there. See how pretty that looks when you start to get done there? So there you go. That's basically it. As simple as that, but and the Jell-O gets away from you.
It's getting away from me.
Something one of the crew members suggested that you could do also is buy those little Jell-O cups.
Right.
And so then you have like a specified amount if you wanted to, but obviously
there's the finished product.
Making Jell-O like this, I believe, is a little bit cheaper than buying it in the pre-containers. So.
And if you want a little bit more whipped cream on top, go for that. Maybe sprinkle it with a couple of strawberries or blueberries.
There you go. So we'll set them out front there, Casey. You can get a shot. There you go. Red, white, and blue Jell-O parfaits, Jell-O sundaes. You can give them your own name, but it's an old tradition on the 4th of July at the Mitchell house. So,
fun for the kids too.
Pretty cool stuff.
Thanks for sharing, Philip.
There you go.